My beloved child, I see you. I know the weight you carry, the questions you've asked in the quiet of the night, and the ache that you try to hide from others. You wonder why the pain has come. You wonder what you've done, or what has been done to you, to deserve this sorrow. You ask, where is God in this? And I tell you now, I am here. I have always been here. And I want you to hear something not from a place of punishment, but from the very center of my heart. Your pain has a purpose. The world you live in is not what I intended it to be. It is broken, fractured by sin, burdened with sorrow. And while I have not caused all your suffering, I do allow some of it. But not idly, not without reason, not without redemption. There is not a single tear that falls from your eyes that I do not see. Not one moment of anguish that escapes my notice. Even when it feels like silence surrounds you, I am near. When my servant Paul cried out to me, tormented by a thorn in his flesh, I did not remove it. Though he pleaded 3 times, my answer was not to take the pain away, but to offer him something far greater, my grace. I told him, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Do you understand the mystery here? I could have healed him instantly, but I chose to heal him differently. I chose to transform him through the trial, not just take the trial away. You see, the suffering you endure is not a sign that I have abandoned you. It is not a measure of how much or how little I love you. In fact, it is often the opposite. Sometimes, suffering is the scalpel in my hand, not to harm you, but to shape you, to draw you into deeper dependence on me, and away from the pride, self-sufficiency, and distractions of this world. My child, you were not made for comfort alone. You were made for growth, for glory, for communion with me. But transformation often comes through the fire. Just as gold is refined by flame, your soul is shaped by what you walk through. And you are not walking alone. Think again of Paul, chosen, beloved, called by me to carry my name before the nations. He was not perfect, but he was mine. He experienced visions, revelations, power, and yet I gave him the thorn. Why? Because he needed it, not to be punished, but to be protected. To keep me from becoming conceited, he wrote, 2 Corinthians 12:7. I allowed it, so he wouldn't drift, so he would stay grounded, surrendered, fully aware that the strength within him came from me alone. And he came to see that gift. He said, "Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." 2 Corinthians 12:9. Can you hear the transformation in that? From pleading for deliverance to boasting in weakness. That's the power of grace. That's what suffering, surrendered to me, can do. You wonder why the innocent suffer, why the blameless feel the blow of tragedy. You look around and see children hurt, the weak crushed, the kind overlooked, and your heart cries out, why? It's a cry I welcome, a cry I know well, for I too suffered as the innocent one. My son walked your earth, blameless and pure, and yet he was pierced, rejected, beaten, and killed. Was it fair? No. Was it purposeful? Yes. Through his wounds you are healed, Isaiah 53:5. Through his death you are given life, and in his suffering he entered yours. He did not remain distant or untouched by your pain. He stepped into it, fully. And now he walks with you through every valley, holding you when you cannot stand, weeping when you weep. This is not a God who watches from afar. This is a God who came near, Emmanuel, God with us. I am using what hurts you to form what will bless you. You may not see it now, but in time, if you remain with me, you will. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. 2 Corinthians 4-17. These moments of grief are not wasted. They are weighty, eternal, transformative. You long for explanations, and I understand. But I offer you something better, my presence. Explanations may satisfy the mind, but only my presence can heal the heart. When Job cried out amidst his suffering, I did not give him a detailed account of why everything happened. I gave him myself, and in my presence, he found peace. Even now, I am inviting you into that peace, not because the storm has ended, but because I am in the boat with you. In this world you will have trouble, my son told you, but take heart. I have overcome the world. John 16:33. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. So when the tears come, let them fall into my hands. When the night feels endless, know that I am your dawn. When the weight feels unbearable, remember that I carry it with you, and often for you. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. There is more to this story, more to your pain, and more to the purpose I am working out through it. So stay close, my child. The path ahead is not easy, but it is holy, and I am with you every step of the way. My beloved, now that you know your pain has a purpose, I want to take you deeper, not just into understanding, but into trust. I'm not asking you to pretend it doesn't hurt. I'm not asking you to smile through tears or to wrap grief in hollow words. No, I'm asking you to come to me with your pain as it is. I'm not afraid of your anger. I'm not distant from your disappointment. Bring it all. I can take it. In fact, I already have. There is a mystery in suffering that the world cannot grasp. To those without me, pain feels meaningless, random, cruel. But with me, pain is never the end of the story. Just as the cross was not the end for my son, your suffering is not the end for you. I am a God of resurrection, and everything that dies in me, every dream, every comfort, every plan you bury in tears, I can raise again into something more glorious than you imagined. Do you remember the blind man my son healed? The people asked him, "Who sinned, this man or his parents?" But my son told them, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him." John 9:2-3. His blindness was not a punishment. It was a platform for my glory, and through it, many came to believe. That is what I want you to understand. Sometimes I allow you to sit in the middle of the storm so others can see how you cling to me there. Not because you are strong, but because I am. Your suffering becomes a living testimony that says to the world, this is what grace looks like when life falls apart. This is the strength that holds when everything else breaks. And sometimes, beloved, the suffering isn't for others. It's for you. Not to break you, but to reveal you. Trials peel back the layers of illusion. They show you what's really in your heart, what you depend on, what you love most. This is not to shame you, but to free you. So you can see where your hope lies. So you can let go of what will never satisfy and hold tightly to what never fails. Me. Peter, my servant, wrote to those who were suffering for their faith. He said, "These trials have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed." 1 Peter 1:7. You may think faith shines brightest on the mountaintop, but it is forged in the valley. That is where it becomes real. That is where it grows deep. You are not alone in this. My son too cried out in his suffering, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Matthew 27:46. He felt the depth of human despair. He experienced silence, loneliness, betrayal, pain beyond words. He knows, he understands, and yet he trusted me. "Into your hands I commit my spirit," he said. Luke 23:46. That is what I invite you to do, to trust me not just with your life, but with your pain. Pain has a voice, doesn't it? It whispers lies. You're forgotten. You're punished. You're unloved. But I am the voice of truth, and I say this: you are mine. You are loved with an everlasting love. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not trouble or hardship, not persecution or famine, not danger or sword. Romans 8:35. Your pain is not a sign of my absence. It is often the evidence of my nearness. Let me tell you about another one of my beloved, Job, a righteous man, blameless in my sight. And yet I allowed him to walk through unimaginable loss. He lost his children, his wealth, his health. Even his friends misunderstood his suffering, assuming he must have sinned to deserve such pain. But Job's suffering was not about punishment. It was about purpose. Through that dark valley, Job came to know me in a deeper way. My ears had heard of you, he said, but now my eyes have seen you. Job 42:5. His trial brought him into intimate encounter with me. And in the end, I restored him, not just in what he had lost, but in what he had gained. A heart that knew me more fully. That's what I want for you too. Not just a life without pain, but a life so rooted in me that even pain becomes a doorway to glory. A life that knows me not only as Creator and Lord, but as Comforter, Healer, Sustainer, Father. Yes, the world is broken, and yes, the innocent suffer. Even the smallest among you, children, are touched by this fallen world, and my heart breaks for them too. Their cries reach my throne. But remember, no pain is unseen, and no injustice will go unaddressed. I am a just God. One day I will wipe every tear from every eye. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. Revelation 21:4. That day is coming. But for now, in this world, I redeem what is broken. So when you hurt, don't run from me. Run to me. Let your pain become a prayer. Let your weakness be an invitation for my strength. Let every tear water the soil of transformation. Because I am working even when you can't see it. I am forming something eternal in you, something beautiful. And in time you will be able to comfort others with the comfort you have received. 2 Corinthians 1:4. This is the gift buried inside your trial. Not only that you are being transformed, but that you become an instrument of healing for others. What you survive with me, you can share with those who are still in the fire. You can speak hope. You can shine light. You can be the hands of my mercy to someone else. So do not despair, beloved. You are not being destroyed. You are being refined. You are not being abandoned. You are being anchored. I am not punishing you. I am preparing you. Because your life, even in pain, is still held in my purpose. Beloved, now that you've heard my heart, now that you've seen how pain can be transformed into purpose, I want to remind you of something more. This is not the end. The trial you face may seem to stretch endlessly. The waiting, the heaviness, the unanswered questions, it may feel like it will last forever. But I tell you the truth, there is a finish line. There is a restoration coming that will undo every sorrow. There is a glory ahead that will cause your present sufferings to seem small in comparison. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Romans 8:18. You were not made for this brokenness. You were made for me. And every ache within you is a reminder that this world is not your home. I am using your pain to lift your eyes to what is eternal, to free you from trusting in what rusts and fades, and to anchor your soul in what is unshakable. You see, the enemy wants to use your pain to destroy you, to convince you that I'm not good, to twist your heart into bitterness, to whisper that I've forgotten you. But I am telling you now, do not believe the lie. You are not forsaken. You are fought for. Even when you cannot see the battle, I am warring for your soul. I am holding back the waves. I am speaking peace over your storm. Remember what I told my people long ago. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Isaiah 43:2-3. I never said the fire wouldn't come. I said you wouldn't be burned. I never promised a life without suffering. But I did promise my presence. And my presence is enough. The world you see is temporary. Even the pain you feel is passing. But you are eternal. And what I am doing in you will last far beyond this season. Right now, I am shaping your heart to reflect my sons. I am teaching you to love deeper, to forgive quicker, to hope harder. I am showing you how to lean not on your own understanding, but on me. And oh, how pleased I am when you trust me in the dark. When you cling to me not because the path is smooth, but because you know who walks it with you. That is faith. That is worship. That is what brings me joy. Look at my son, Jesus. He endured the cross, scorning its shame. Why? For the joy set before him. Hebrews 12:2. That joy was you, the day you would be redeemed, the moment you would be held by grace. And now, he is seated at my right hand, interceding for you, cheering you on, walking beside you as both Savior and friend. So when you feel like giving up, don't. When the weight feels too much, lean into me. When the darkness closes in, remember, I am the light, and I am with you. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. And in your weakness, I will be your strength. When Paul finally understood this, he said, that is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships. For when I am weak, then I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12:10. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to stay with me. I will carry you through. Your pain is not wasted. It is not meaningless. It is shaping something sacred inside you. One day you will see with eyes unclouded by tears, and you'll say, now I understand. But until that day, walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Trust my heart. Even when you can't trace my hand, you are becoming someone eternal, someone glorious. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. 2 Corinthians 4:16. I am building a strength in you that suffering cannot steal. I am birthing compassion in you that only the broken can carry. I am writing a testimony through your scars that will comfort others for generations. One day, I will wipe every tear from your eyes. I will make all things new. The pain will pass. The questions will be answered. The brokenness will be healed. But even now, in the middle of it, I am with you. I am your healer, your defender, your father. So do not give in to despair. Hold fast, endure, rest in me. Because this is not just suffering, it is sacred ground. This is where you meet me face to face. This is where your heart is made whole. This is where purpose is born. And when the story is told, when you look back from the other side of eternity, you will see that every moment, every tear, every groan had a role in shaping something eternal. You will not regret a single step you took in faith. You will say, "He was faithful. He was good. He never left me. And now I see the beauty he was building all along." I am the author of your story. I do not waste pain, and I do not lose my children. You are mine, and your pain has a purpose.